All right, everyone, welcome. Today, I'm here to talk to you about, does size really matter when it comes to a home, and how to find the correct size of the home, which is a key factor here. All right, if you are new here, my name is Robyn Cavallaro, and I want you to check this out. Before we start, make sure you go to my website, robyncavallaro.com, and here's the address here. You can search for any home that's available here, well, in Florida, but in the villages. And what I've done is I've broken it down by sections. So if you want to search the historic area, you want to search Marion County, you want to search south of 44, and on and on. You can just click on it and search it. You can save the searches. It'll send you emails with market updates. You get notes from me all of the time reminding you, hey, I'm here, do you need help? So don't forget, go and search my website and also get my book. It's available in Amazon in print on Amazon. Also, you can get it on Kindle or as a download on my website. All right, back to the regularly scheduled program. And also, while you're checking things out, take a look at my merch store on Redbubble. It's pbzone40.com. I have all kinds of cool designs if you want to get something in a sticker, a t-shirt, sweatshirt, baby onesie, a hat, all kinds of cool stuff. It's not just pickleball related. Check that out to help support the channel. All right, so let's get into it here. Let's talk about size of home. So first off, square footage. Where do you find it? So if you are looking, you'll see in the listings the square footage, but I urge you, as a buyer, believe it or not, you still have to do your due diligence by checking out and verifying for yourself if that square footage is correct. And how do you do that? Well, you can measure the rooms. You can go to Public Record, the county's website, and search the address, and it'll tell you it'll give you an outline, and we're looking at it right here. It's going to give you an outline of the home, and it'll tell you the square footage. Now, it's very controversial, so I'm going to use this as an example. I have a listing right now in 741 Rockingham. Public Record has it under air. So let's back up a little bit. Let's talk about the components of square footage. They calculate the square footage of the home based on what's under roof, under air. So that's going to be your living room, dining room, kitchen, closets, bathroom. That's it. You can include an enclosed lanai, Florida room. If it's been enclosed, it is under air, and it is at the same level of the home. You don't have to take a step down to get it onto the lanai. As long as it's at the same level as the rest of the home, it's considered part of the square footage. So you need to look at that, because sometimes, like when I do a listing, I pull all my information directly from Public Record. I don't change it. Sometimes there have been instances where, based on certain models, the realtors will change the square footage, because, well, anyway, they think it's the right thing. And in most cases it is, but you have to be really careful, because the villages' models are so different, and what they're putting in their total square footage, and I'll show you that in a minute, could be a little misleading. So, and you got to look at Public Record too, because sometimes Public Record, although it's Public Record and it's recorded, it might not be accurate. So you have to look at each scenario. So I'm going to show you here, just to put this into perspective so it makes sense. My listing, 741 Rockingham. That home, Public Record has it as 2,588 square feet. And you can see here by the drawing where that 2,588 square feet is. There is an enclosed Florida room that's completely enclosed. There's a mini split. It's under air. The sliders are there, but it's at the same level, but I got to tell you, it might be like a half an inch step down. So they have it outlined as 480, but it's not included in the 2,500. So it's a little over 3,000. Now, you can petition public record or the appraiser's office to get it changed. That could, be a long drawn out process. So what I did in this listing, instead of saying it was 3,000 square feet, I let public record show that it was 2,588, and in my description, I listed that it's 2,588 square feet, plus there's 480 under air for a total of 3,000. So any potential buyers will look at it and they'll see what's under air and what's part of that lanai, and they have an accurate record of information. The garage, the lanai, like a screened-in lanai like I have, not part of the square footage of the home. And I show this in the patio villa, and I'm going to show this again on the village's site. Some of them will say the total square footage is 1,700 square feet for a patio villa, which it's not. They're probably 1,150 to 1,250 max. I'm not really sure what they're including because I added some of them up and it didn't make sense, but it does say, plus or minus, so they're giving themselves that leeway. But if you're looking at new construction, just make sure you ask your sales associate, what is the total square footage under air? And don't let them use that model picture. Also, though, if you're working with an MLS agent, you need to ask that question. What exactly is the square footage of this home? And if you're not sure, then you should just go in and measure each room. It's hard to detect the difference between 1,500 square feet and maybe 1,600 square feet, or maybe even 1,700 square feet. It's going to be a little hard to tell the difference because it's, it could be 10 feet here, 5 feet here, 20 feet here. You're not going to see that. The difference between 1,500 and 2,000 square feet, pretty evident. When you walk into the home, you can feel it. So you just have to be cognizant of that when you're making your purchase. You want to do all of your research because don't forget, the taxes are not based on square footage here. Taxes are based on the sale price of the home. So an appraiser's not going to come in and check out the house. Like I know they did that in Pennsylvania when I first moved there. So you're going to want to make sure you go through the home, either measure all the rooms, and realtors will leave in the descriptions, and mostly in the realtor notes, it'll say, it's up to you, the buyer and the buyer's agent, to make sure that the measurements are correct. And like I said, the difference in a couple hundred square feet might not be evident to the naked eye. So you just want to make sure if it's very important that you know exactly what it is, and you should, make sure that you check out public record for that home. And it's easy for you when you're researching the home to look at it. You can go into this county's website and check it out. So make sure you do that. Do your due diligence when it comes to looking at the home. I made some notes here. Yeah, here. I think I've pretty much hit everything. Again, no matter what you're doing when you're going to purchase a home, you want to make sure you do all of your homework. I've done a whole video on taxes, but you have to look at the MLS listing because sometimes the tax line, and this is getting off topic of square footage, but the tax line will just be the property tax. Sometimes it's a property tax and the bond and the CDD. It's all different. And how long a person's been in the home is going to affect that as well. So that's my little spiel, again, to remind you about taxes. If you're looking to buy or sell a home here, you know who to call. I'm Robyn Cavallaro. Make sure you check out my website and search, because you can search areas. I think that's really important. So anyway, make sure you check out the square footage of that home. Don't go by any drawing, even if it's not the Village's. Anytime you're buying from a builder, their drawings might be a little bit off from what you're actually getting. So make sure you have all the necessary information in hand when you go to make that purchase. So thank you very much for joining me on this square footage episode. And if you like this one, stick around here a second. I'm going to show you another one that you might like. All right, until next time, I'll see you.